Another day, another episode of Doom WAD Reviews. So picking up where we left off, last time we did Dark World. Next in line is Dungeon WAD. Let's take a look here. Heretic WAD. Quite starting to run into more and more of these Heretic WADs. Obviously, we're not going to want to do this in Doom because it probably won't work right. So we'll just skip past that. Now we're going to get into a streak of WADs that are named after the level they supposedly replace. So, yeah, that'll make it a little easier for us anyways. So next up we've got E1L1RQ. I don't know why L. Pretty widely known that it would be called E1M1. And don't know what RQ means. Let's find out. E1. See, in the actual text they call it E1M1. Let's see, not a particularly well formatted file. And looks like this was made by Raphael Quinet, so shout out to you. Not much to say about it other than it's E1M1, which we could have just guessed from the name. So let's just hop right into it, see what we've got. Excuse me. Okay, so right out of the gate, nothing there. 2 secrets, 44 monsters. Some curving hallways here. Wonder if that opens this door. It does not. Ow! I'm just gonna. Where's that? Ow! I would like to go with that barrel. Okay, thank you. So we got a red door here. Don't usually see that door texture used for actual functional doors. Usually that's an entrance door indicator, but no problem with using it, of course. A little misaligned grading texture there. But those things can actually be really hard to line up correctly. Especially... okay, apparently I must have tagged him with the barrel. Yeah, it's kind of hard to line those up sometimes, especially if the length of the lines there aren't a multiple of 64 pixels. What does that do? Okay, that opened that over there. Ow! Yeah. Yeah. Okay, just gonna get out of sight here. Really taking some hard hits here. Got the red key in sight. Can't quite get it. Okay, got a little armor here. Gotta say, so far this feels like a E1M1 quality map. I wonder if this is gonna fall. Yeah. Little death monster hidden back here to make sure if I run in here I get a little surprise. Can't quite get those armors. Wonder if I... Nope. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Cool. Still got this side over here. Can I assume that this is going to raise that? This texture here in this window needed an upper and lower unpeg to make that align correctly, but, you know, it's a minor concern. So we've got the key. You know, now that I look at this, isn't this just like a... This is just a, like, Episode 1 themed version of E3M1. Kind of. It looks very similar. And again, here's the similarities. We got the long hallway with the pinky demons. It's not exact, but, well, this part is, because the little jog in the hallway there. Okay, mixing Stone 3 and Stone 2, which is perfectly fine. They mesh together quite nicely. So, yeah. Well, that clearly goes somewhere. That is not the exit. Oh, well, can't go back. Much as I would like to. Okay, it took me back here. Let's have a closer look at... Oh, this opened back up. Alright. Anything going on in here? Exciting? If I hop down here... Is this the exit? I'd kind of like to find the secrets, being that this map is so short, but this is 100% just a reskinning of E1L1RQ. Interesting texture here. Not sure where to look for the secrets. Okay, that lowered that. Is there anything in here? Anything in here at all? Oh, well, that's the exit. Well, I gotta say, it was interesting. It was very interesting. Actually, I kind of want to see something real quick. I'm gonna hop back into it. What's preventing me from just hitting that line from right here? Like, if I knew that was the exit switch, can I hit it without having to play any of the level, really? I can. I was gonna say, that line looks close enough to hit. So definitely a major design flaw there. Though back in the day, that would have been less obvious that you could do something like that. A lot of people just didn't really understand the Doom engine back then because it was so new, and the limitations of it, and you know, things that you could do. The fact the game didn't have a real Z-axis, so you know, if you were in range to hit a line, it didn't matter how far above or below you, you know, the switch texture appeared to be. It just really didn't matter. So yeah, we've got E1L1RQ. I gotta say, that one had the best attention to textures yet. It had a couple of minor errors, but in general, its use of textures was, if a little bland, at least what was there, it did well. The alignment generally seemed to be, barring a couple missteps, it generally seemed to have a good eye towards the alignment of the textures, the texture choice. Definitely, they were obviously going for a retheming of the first map of Episode 3, reskinning it and retheming it to appear as an Episode 1 map, so kind of a military-based style, but with the same overall level flow. With a twist. It almost... It took some liberties, especially where the exit was, and the fact that you had to go to the end of the level, then come back. It almost felt maybe like it took a little inspiration from E1L1RQ, the secret map of Episode 3, which you might recall was just a copy of the first map, but then when you got to the end, you had to backtrack all the way to the beginning to find the exit. After fighting a cyber demon, of course. So yeah, not terrible. The only negative thing I can think to say about it is it really is just a straight up rehash of an existing id map. Now, granted, it did take a lot of liberties. They clearly put a little bit of effort into it, but I'm gonna guess that they started with the actual E1L1 and just worked from there, replacing the textures and redesigning a little bit. So maybe a little unoriginal, a little uninspired, but what is there was polished and well done. Only a couple of minor dings in that area. So overall, not bad at all. Not terrible. I'd give that one a 7 out of 10 in terms of overall quality. Definitely losing points for originality and just a couple of minor texture issues. So yeah, that'll do it for E1L1RQ. Still have no idea what that means. Yeah, not bad at all. So like and subscribe to keep up with the series. And until next time, rip and tear.